Hey guys, it's May 4th, 2019. It's been really sunny and warm here in Seattle, and that's gonna continue to the next week. Let's start over here with the updates. The plants I've moved from indoor are all looking good. Hopefully the pineapples gonna speed up the growth. The succulents are looking fine. And let's look at the grape. Got a little sunburn, as you can see. But yeah, trying to look for flowers. Maybe this is flowers? I'm not too sure. But yeah, we'll keep an eye on it. Over here we have the lavender. You can see they're gonna flower again soon. Here we have the hydrangea. The flowers are gonna bloom. Saffron, you can see it's dying back now. Daffodils, some of them are dying back already. Grape hyacinth, I cut off the seeds. And here we have the summer snowflakes. Not sure if it's gonna flower this year. And then the peony, not sure if it's gonna flower either. Here we have some other bulb plants. Lily isn't sprouting yet. I'm not sure, it could be dead. And then this guy, you can see it's dying back for sure. And then here we have the calla lily. You can see the ones I stored indoors are now all in leaves, and then the ones I stored outdoor has just started to sprout. Mulberry, I actually looked at it closely, and remember that little thing? That's the flower right there. Hopefully it's gonna go to the berry, and here at another node you can see a tiny flower too. So I think hopefully this whole plant is flowering, but I'm not sure if it's just a few or a lot. But I think we'll see, because that's gonna determine the number of berries we get this year. And here we have the dahlia. You can see there's a lot of sprouts, and they're all getting bigger now. That tiny sprout over there is pretty interesting. And the lily of the valley, you can see the flowers are gone. Well, some of them are still here because I cut most of them for indoor. You can see right here, these are the flowers I cut for indoor. They smell really good. And then here we have the blueberry. You can see it's now sending out a lot of leaves. Gonna focus on photosynthesis, and the flowers have started to fall. Most of them are pollinated, hopefully. When I shake it, you can see a lot of flower falling off because they're done flowering, and they're gonna become berries and stuff. Grape hyacinth, you can see all the flowers and / seed pods are gone because I took them off. And then here we have the hyacinth. You can see it's dying back now. And then the crocus is dying back as well. You can see all the leaves are turning yellow. Snowdrops for sure is dying back. And the tulips too. Here's another blueberry. You can see a lot of leaf growths. And then here we have the strawberry. You can see the leaves are getting super tall. And it's also sending out a lot of flowers. You can see all over the plants. Some of them is becoming strawberry, I think. If it's pollinated correctly, it should form a nice strawberry. But I have problems with flowers being pollinated, and the strawberries are usually deformed. Oh, this one got a little sunburned. But yeah, we'll see. Hopefully the bees are paying attention to these flowers too. And here we have the hydrangea. You can see this flower is probably gonna be pink. Can't really tell for now. Still early stage. And then over here we have the raspberries. You can see flowers all over the plants. These are getting pollinated too. I saw a bumblebee earlier around these flowers, so we're gonna get some nice raspberry this year too. And then here we have the asparagus. You can see some of them are still sprouting. This one, I'm just gonna leave it, not gonna harvest that. You can see some little circular thing. Those are flowers on the stems. And then this variety, the purple, darker variety over here, is mostly leaves. And then these ones, the taller ones, are mostly flowers, which is interesting. And this succulent over here is actually gonna flower. Hopefully that's gonna attract more bees too. And the rhubarb, you can see this one has flowered. Doesn't look too interesting. And it looks like this one is also gonna flower too. It's sending out another flower spike. And yeah, the plants are looking tall and lusher. Oh, let's look at catnips too. Not sure if it's gonna flower actually. Those looks like leaves, but we'll see. It'll be nice to have catnip flowers too. The bees love it. And here we have the potatoes. You can see all the sprouts are getting taller and greener. And that's a lot of potatoes actually, because I divided the bulbs. Here we have the tomatoes seedlings. They're actually coming up nicely. I might need to transplant them if we're trying to get tomatoes. Artichokes are looking fine. It's still sending out a lot of new leaves. And the leaves are getting big. And the saffron is dying back. As for the indoor garden, most of them are just new growths. And here we have the orchids. You can see another new growth. And right here we have the lady slipper orchid. There's some growth over there. I think that's a leaf, not flowers. Not sure about that one yet. And here's just more other orchids. They're all looking very nice. Enjoying the warm weather and sunny weather. This is the Phalaenopsis. This node, I think it's still getting thicker. Here we have the Starkhorn fern, not sending out shield fronds yet. Mostly you can see it's just sending out antler fronds. And this guy, this orchid, you can see a tiny new growth underneath. I think I showed you last week. There's a new leaves coming up. So we're gonna see it pretty soon. Here we have the Easter cactus. You can see the new leaf is getting greener and bigger. String of pearls are looking fine. Not seeing too much change. And here, the pear plants, I clean it up a little bit. You can see it's still sending out some new flowers. But yeah, the plant looks fine. And the spider plant, you can see it's still sending out lots of flower spikes. Over here we have the Hoya plant. This new leaf is getting bigger still. And here we have some plants in water. Spider plant, wandering Jew, and pear plant, all looking good. And I haven't updated you with this fern for a while. This is called bird nest fern. It's looking good. And then lastly, here we have the pear plants that I cut and put in water. So you can see the leaves are now getting less dehydrated. And if you look at the stem, you can see some white stuff. Those are roots. So these cuttings are actually rooting now. So yeah, we're gonna have a lot more pear plants. Maybe I can give some to friends.